something you and I had wanted last year,
Yeah.
and then Maggie went and betrayed us and left.
She did. It's
So
outrageous.
I can't believe it.
She's still not quite gone. Was working on the Spirit Awards this year, so.
But
You're right. She's finally moving on.
Yeah.
I've worked with her for 13 years, so I'm gonna miss her.
yeah. So I mean, she's been around as long as I've been around longer than anybody. So this is my 26th.
Amazing. Well, it's
Yeah.
good to see you again.
It's good
Thanks
to
for
see
coming
you,
back.
and I'm so thrilled that we're going to have at LAFF the Edelweiss Future Filmmaker Awards again.
I am too. I'm very, very excited about that. It's really important to recognize young, as you know, this is young filmmakers. High school age is where the next people that we're going to be honoring at the Spirit Awards, they're in high school now, and we need to connect with them. So to be able to, for you, the kind of support that you're providing through this fellowship is so important. So thank you.
Oh, and I know that I've stayed in touch with so many of the kids
Good. That's
throughout the summer. They've been on the radio show, and Theo Buchwald he's over at USC in film school. Natalia Ferrara, she was invited to be a judge at a film festival in Italy.
wow.
And this came out of Independent LA Film Festival.
Great. That is fantastic to hear.
So if anybody ever doubts the benefit of what Film Independent does,
Thank you.
these
Well,
kids are
your support.
it.
These kids really are it. And as I said, our involvement with youth programming and artist development, helping these filmmakers develop their work is going to increase.
Yeah. Well, now about today's lovely. I've never seen you more nervous than you were today.
Yeah,
Is this what technical difficulties do to you?
it was adrenaline. I wasn't nervous so much as seriously pumped up.
So, any big surprises to you? I know, on the whole, I'm thrilled with because I've seen all the films. So,
Yes.
Are there any surprises to you, or anything that really overjoyed you to see?
I'll say the thing that I'm so excited about, first of all, the thing I'm most excited about today is simply announcing the nominees. We've been working on this for months, and when you're working on it, when you're down in the trenches watching the films, sitting with the committees, hearing the debate over what should be nominated, you lose perspective a little bit. You don't know how it's going to end up or what the final lineup is going to be. And so to see the final lineup and to announce it is just hugely gratifying. I think it's an incredibly strong year for film. I think these are the best films of the year, quite simply, not just independent film, but film, period. So I'm thrilled with the entire list of nominees. I feel like I don't see a common theme or style to these films.
Right.
What I see is the films that really stood out to our nominating committee members were films that truly embodied unique artistic visions, going from ANOMALISA to Spotlight to Carol to Songs My Brother Taught Me to Bone Tomahawk. These films are united by being different and each embodying the vision of a particular filmmaker.
Well, so what I found really interesting with this list of nominees is the diversity of history that we see. We go from the Holocaust in prison camps to the Best of Enemies, which is such an important part of American history, and to see it showcased here for a whole new generation of people that weren't around then.
Absolutely. Yeah, I agree. That's a very good point. And with that, I'm also excited to see filmmakers who've been at the Spirit Awards for many years, somebody like Todd Haynes, Tom McCarthy, and then but then newcomers, people. The Cassavetes group this year is incredibly strong. The people in Best First Feature, and a remarkable group of filmmakers. So if you look back at the history of the awards, the people who've been nominated for Best First Feature, it's like Spike Jonze, Spike Lee, David O. Russell. We have a great track record in that category of people going on to do great work. So.
Well, one of the big categories for me this year that I'm in love with is the Best First Screenplay. The women that you have in there, Emma Donahue, Phyllis Nagy, these scripts are powerhouses.
Yes, absolutely. It's a great category this year. One other thing I want to mention, so this year there are a total of 44 films nominated. All the nominations this year extend across 44 different feature films. Of those 44 films, 32% were directed by women, 34% were directed by filmmakers of color. And at a point when Hollywood is having a much-needed conversation about diversity and the lack of opportunity for women and filmmakers of color, I was very gratified to see these numbers.
Well, my thinking is that I don't care about the diversity and the numbers. let everybody submit by a number and let the quality of the film speak for itself, because the voice of the director will come out.
I mean, absolutely right. These are, in my opinion, these are the best films of the year nominated this year, not just for independent film, but film period.
And of course, we got my pal Chai Vezzarelli's got 2 nominations here for Maru and Incorruptible, 2 totally different films.
She is a remarkable talent. You know, she's been a little bit under the radar. She's been working for a long time, but she's still emerging. And these 2 films are just, we had Incorruptible at the LA Film Festival, and Meru, of course, is just astonishing. So we're very happy to have both of her films recognized this year.
Well, Incorruptible was one of my must-see festival picks from the get-go. So now what can we expect at the Spirit Awards on the beach this year?
Well, so the Spirit Awards, the main thing is we're back on the beach. We're in the big tent. We're just going to be a little bit north of the pier. We'll be closer to the pier, so who knows? Maybe we'll work in the Ferris wheel somehow. We're exploring kind of the creative possibilities there. But we'll be announcing some things about the show soon. Nothing too specific today.
All right. I want to know first. Well, thank you as always, my friend. A pleasure. I will see you, I'm sure, at the nominees brunch.
Yeah, I'll see you.
Now go charm all these other people. Thanks, Josh.